Each candidate will have 3 minutes for a closing statement. Mr. Walter, you're going first.
Thank you. I want to thank the press, the News Review, Riverhead Local, and everybody that came out here today. Today marks the day that ends. We are past the crossroads at EPCAL. The day the governor signed the legislation to move EPCAL forward is a momentous occasion for this town. It was passed unanimously in the Senate and with only one assembly member dissenting. And the reason they did that is they believed in this town, as I do believe in this town. We came to office several years ago and Main Street was 80% vacant. We had a place called Casa Rica with drugs and prostitution and crime. Now we sit in a historic Suffolk Theater. It's open. You've got the Hyatt Place down the road, Ralph's Italian Ices, Blue Duck, the Riverhead Project, and we can go on, but you know what? You don't have Casa Rica anymore, and we, the Republican board, did that. This is all done in the backdrop of a terrible economy. We're sure we have our problems, but they're not enough to just identify them. We have to solve them. We do this by working with the Chamber and the BID. We do this by working with the Riverhead Police Department. On the budget, we inherited a financial system that were 10, 20 years behind in our financial audits. We spent more than 3 times the rate of inflation. Fast forward to today, all the audits are complete. The Comptroller's Office gave us a clean bill of health. We sold our debt at 2 and 3%, and we maintained our credit rating. This average spending in the 4 years I've been in office has been 1.74%. That's a fact. Contrast that to the Riverhead School District spending while you were in office was 5%. That's laudable, but it's not as good as the town did. My friends, this was a race between talk and results. You must measure the Democrats' rhetoric against the Republican results. It's very easy to be an armchair quarterback like Angela is, and it is another thing to get on the field and play the game. Angela, you've been in responsible positions like the IDA, the Animal Advisory Committee, the school board, but you've never taken a position of responsibility. You railed against the education system, which you were a part of. You complained about the traffic on every development on Route 58, but you were part of the IDA. You were on the Animal Advisory Committee, yet it was a Republican board that privatized the shelter. The key difference between Angela and I is that we both have had responsible positions, but I delivered results. I ask you tonight to vote for Sean Walter and the entire Republican team so that we may continue to move this town forward. Thank you.
Mr. Vito.
Thank you also to the News Review and Riverhead Local for this evening and the opportunity to speak in front of residents of Riverhead. And I'd like to thank you, Riverhead, for showing up. It's good to know that there are people who are committed and interested in our town. Sean points out quite correctly that I don't have a bragging list of all the things that I've done in Town Hall because I haven't been in Town Hall. I haven't had that opportunity to do work within Town Hall. I have been a presence there for some 14 years, looking to make things better for the community that I lived in, and I have been successful at many of the things that I have attempted. But I'm not going to give you a list of everything I've done in my life. Go to my website and you can see the things that I have accomplished in my lifetime. The thing that I will say is that Sean made 3 promises coming into office in 2009. He promised fiscal responsibility and accountability. We're broke. He promised EPCAL. It's still empty. And he promised downtown revitalization, and there still is no pedestrian traffic or a sense of safety for families to come down here. So when you go to the polls on November 5th, remember that that promises made, promises kept, is rhetoric. He talks of rhetoric in his closing statement, accuses me and the Democrats of rhetoric. He also is full of rhetoric. One of the things that you also have to look at is the ability in our town when people feel that politics has taken preference over good governance, they make a change. We have always been a town that has made that change when it is necessary. And this November 5th, I would ask you to make the choice for good governance and not politics as usual. Thank you.